guys, Danielle at Danielle TBD.
Marisa at Marisa Rothman.
And this is our Vodcast. We have thoughts. It's end of summer, and we haven't really had time to do this between Comic-Con and TCA and other randomness.
Sorry, I just fell asleep.
But we did say we were going to check in about certain shows, and we are doing that, just maybe a little later than planned. So
Time schmime.
whatever, it's fine. There's still enough episodes to go that we'll check in at the end too.
We can do that.
I need to talk about Dexter. There's been a lot of backlash this season from a lot of other critics and a lot of fans specifically, and I just have to go on record, and I write about it, but I have to say that, like, as much as there are things about the season that I don't love the brain surgeon storyline. I thought it would have been much more interesting if the combat's maybe a little strong of a word, but the turmoil that Dexter had to deal with at the end of the season was with Vogel specifically, and not what is effectively a representation, or a version of himself that he could have been, or a version of even Vogel in a way. I don't love that. I don't love he's overlooking so many things because he's focused on Hannah and love. But as much as I don't love that in terms of from the character that we've always known and that I've always loved, I think it really works in an odd way for where they're trying to take him. If they're trying to take him, and I personally believe they're going to kill him by the end of the season, I feel like he can't sail off into the sunset. The show wouldn't end with him just killing another person and going on. I really personally feel like he's going to end up making a giant mistake and getting what a lot of people right now feel is coming to him because he's been making so many mistakes. And because of that, I feel like they're setting that up in a really interesting way. Because I've always looked at his Dark Passenger as addiction rather than sociopath,
Right.
psychopath. Like, he's proven time and again that he's not that. And he just is proving it to himself right now. And so the fact that he is saying, hey, I want a normal life with Hannah, hey, I want to go to Argentina with my kid and my girlfriend, like, that to me is almost like I'm choosing something over my addiction. And it's going to be really tragic if in the end he can't have that. You know what I mean? Like, that character is not somebody we'd ever want to watch. I don't want to watch Dexter sail off into the sunset and
It's like happiness, guys.
Well, not for a show like this. Like, that show never would have gotten made. But you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
and honestly, when I was watching, I don't know if it was last week's episode before, they've all blurred together at this point. When he was talking about, this is when I get rid of the brain surgeon, I'm going to go with Hannah. We're going to take
I don't even
Harrison.
think that can be true.
No. And I was watching that and I'm thinking, man, this is just not going to happen for you. And I completely
But the fact
agree.
that he wants that
Right.
is such a step of growth in the right direction for that character.
Right.
But yet we all realize, like, oh, we hate that. Like, there's
It's
so
not
many
even that
people
we hate it. I just don't trust it for a second that it will ever happen. Like when I
Well, that's a storytelling thing.
when I watched it, it was not that I didn't trust that he thought it could happen.
Right,
as a viewer, I was like, I was
There's no
basically
way.
waiting for him to get jumped at that point. I'm like, is he gonna get jumped and like stabbed in the gut? What's gonna happen here?